Greetings people, this is Eldad Amara back with another video. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe and share. I've already done one video on the monkeypox, so I'm going to go into it in a little bit more detail in this video. Right? But if you look at my first video on the monkeypox virus, I talk in quite detail about the monkeypox virus. This video I'm coming in at a slightly different angle. But let me first show you something. Right? Look, this is the monkeypox virus. Can you see it? The monkeypox virus. This is the monkeypox virus. Okay? Or the monkeypox. As far as I know, it's called a monkeypox virus. Look at it. It looks quite scary, doesn't it? If you've seen someone with this, what would you naturally want to do? You want to get away from the person, wouldn't you? You wouldn't even want to be within 6 foot of a person if you seen them with this monkeypox virus. Listen, this virus was supposed to have started in West Africa around about 1958. Okay, and then there was a vaccine which was introduced and then eradicated the monkeypox virus, only for the monkeypox virus to re-emerge again somewhere around the 1980s. Now, how is this virus actually being spread? They're saying that it's spread from animals to human beings. So this monkeypox virus started off, right, from monkeys. But how did it transfer from a monkey to a human being? I'm very skeptical about what some of these scientists are saying about this monkeypox virus. First we had the virus in 2020, right? And we've only just come out of the last virus, okay, in 2020, right? Where everybody, the whole world was locked down, right? Everybody was locked down. You couldn't come out of your house unless you were coming out to do some exercise, yeah? Or to go to work, and that was only a limited few people, right? You had to stand 6 foot apart from people if you were in a queue. You had to wear a mask, yeah? Now that one's gone, right? Or it's slowed down because a lot of people have taken, yeah, they've taken a shot. But now they're talking about this monkeypox virus. This has come off the back of something else, right? How come all of a sudden this virus has just become dangerous after it was almost eradicated? How come it's just come back? A vaccine that was invented in order to control this virus. I don't know if it controlled it or whether it actually got rid of the virus, right? But anyway, this monkeypox virus has come back, and it's come back with quite a vengeance, yeah? I'm going to read you some stats quickly, right, on this monkey virus. Right now, 16,000 cases in 75 countries in the USA. There are 3,000 in 45 states. So 3,000 cases in 45 states in the USA. That's how I'm reading this, right? In the UK, there are 2,000 cases. They say it's happening a lot between gay men, and it's been transmitted sexually. Is this true? I want to know if this is true or whether this is speculation, alright? But this information is coming from the World Health Organization. They say that 5 people have died so far from this monkeypox virus. Yeah? 5 people have died so far from the monkeypox virus. It's not a pandemic as yet, right? It's not a pandemic as yet, but we don't know in the future just how bad this thing is going to be. Apparently they've already got vaccines out, yeah, for this monkeypox virus. I'm going to show you again. Look at this. If you saw somebody with this, right, you wouldn't want to be nowhere in their vicinity. Yeah, look at it. It looks horrible, doesn't it? It looks very scary. Now, if you saw someone with this, right, what would you do? You'd want to stay away from these people. There's different speculation as to what is the cause of this virus. But as I said, in 1958, around about that time, in West Africa, they said like that this virus came from there. Okay? It came from there. But then they're saying that it's a sexually transmitted illness. So which one is it? Or is it both of them? Yeah? Is it transmitted from monkeys to human beings and transmitted from sex? And why are they saying that it's the gay community that this disease has mostly been transmitted through? What are some of the symptoms of this monkeypox virus? Right, some of the symptoms are fever, swollen glands, exhaustion, spreading of rash. Right, the rash usually begins on the face before spreading to other parts of the body. Right, you've got this Dr. Catherine Small of the World Health Organization, and she says this can be spread through contaminated clothing, bedding, or through saliva. Right, because of the contaminated saliva. Yeah, if somebody was, say, kissing somebody, it could go into a sore in their mouth, yeah? And then that person could get contaminated. But why they're blaming the gay community, I honestly don't know. Alright? I don't know enough about that in order to really make a comment. But just like the AIDS virus in the 1980s, right? They were blaming the gay community largely for this. Now, I don't know why, as I say, right, that the gay community are being blamed for the transmission of this monkeypox virus. Some people said that in Europe there was some kind of rave. Yeah, this was on some news broadcast I was watching. There was some rave in Europe, like where people had been gathered together, right? And that's how it started to spread within Europe. Now, I don't know, again, whether this is actual factual information or not. One thing that I think that this illness, this monkeypox virus, is a man-made thing. It is man-made. Just like the AIDS virus and just like other viruses of late, yeah, have been used as a form of weapon. They've been weaponizing these viruses. In my other video, right, the scientists, yeah, and these technocrats, they're trying to make a contactless society, right, where people do not touch each other, right? Believe you me, when this monkeypox virus, and it will start to spread, right, they'll bring back in track and trace. Okay, they'll bring back in track and trace. Watch, as a result of this monkeypox virus, they're gonna bring back in track and tracing. Yeah, right. So people, no matter where you travel, no matter where you are, you will be monitored. Yeah. So they're going to have this track and trace thing come back in. And you know what? Off of that, right, the next stage from that will be to start putting chips inside of people. Right? These people want to know every single thing that you're doing and everywhere that you're going. And I think that this virus, this monkeypox virus, is another form of control, right? To keep people in fear. Right, and to stop people from doing certain things. Yeah, they want to know the ins and outs of a monkey's ass, literally. Right, they want to know the ins and outs of your life, where you're going, right, where you work, who your friends are, where you're traveling to. Yeah, what you're buying in the shops, what you're consuming. They want to know all of that. Right, and they're creating fear between people, which helps to create a divide, yeah? because people do not want to be in contact with certain other people if they fear that they might pick up some illness or some kind of disease off of them, right? So society is becoming more and more divided in terms of a contactless society. And I would think that this is what all these viruses are moving towards, right? They say that the world is overpopulated, right? There's 7 billion people on the planet, and those people who are in charge of us, the elite, they say that there's way too much of us on the planet, so we need a way of eradicating people, getting rid of them, and bringing in things like some form of birth control, right? Or to stop people from having children. Something like 2/3 of the planet need to go. Okay? Something like 2/3 of the planet needs to go. I watched a video one time and it's talking about people being useless eaters, right? They're eating up all this food, right? They're taking all these resources, and they have no real benefit to society. So these people have to go. Useless eaters. Look up the term useless eaters. You see, what I believe, these viruses are going to be a form of control. Once you got someone living in fear, they're more easier to control. Also, if people have non-contactless touch with people, they don't touch them, right? Think about in terms of sex. People stop having sex with each other, yeah? Now, that could come in as quite a good thing in terms of the government, because that's a good way to control the population. If you're not having sex, then you're not producing babies. Okay? So slowly the population will start to decline. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever seen a film called The Demolition Man. If you've never seen it, you should watch it. The Demolition Man, right? Which stars Sylvester Stallone. And in this film, Sylvester Stallone and Sandra Bullock, right, in one scene, they both have on this apparatus on their head, right? Sandra Bullock said that she wants to make love to Sylvester Stallone, right? So she takes out this apparatus and she puts it on his head, and she puts one on her head, right? And she said, oh, it will begin in a minute. The words are something like this in the film. This is just extracts from the film. This is what Sandra Bullock, her character's name is Lenina Huxley, right? When she puts this apparatus on her head, and Sylvester Stallone has his apparatus on his head, right? They start to see sexual images of each other, right? And then she turned around and she says, "We broke contact." And then Sylvester Stallone turned around and he says, "I didn't even touch you yet," right? So now Sandra Bullock replies, "I thought we wanted to make love. I thought you wanted to make love." This is Sandra Bullock, and the character's name is Lena Huxley. And then Sylvester Stallone, his character is John Spartan, right? John Spartan says, "Is that what you call this? Yeah? Is that what you call this?" Blah de blah de blah, right? The scene goes on, right? And Sylvester Stallone, right, his character John Spartan, turns around and says, Why don't we just do this the old-fashioned way?" And Sandra Bullock, yeah, she goes, "Oh, disgusting. You mean fluid transfer?" Right? And the film goes on. She turns around and she says, "The exchange of fluids. Do you know what this leads to?" Yeah? Do you know what this leads to? I'm going to leave a clip of the film right at the end of this video so you can watch it in more detail, because I think I'm probably explaining myself in a confusing manner, right? But the point, what I'm trying to make here is that you see some of these films, right? Some of these sci-fi films, they're documentaries. They're showing, right, what the future is going to be like. Now, with this monkeypox virus, is it not possible that in years and years to come, rather than people having sex with each other, they'll wear apparatus on their head, yeah, on their heads, and they'll have a simulation of sex, not literally, but virtually, through these apparatus. Think about it also as well, that this will help to cut down on the population, because people won't be having children unless they're going to things like factories, which I reckon this is going to happen in the future sometime, right? Where people will have designer babies. They'll go to a factory, right? They'll donate their egg and their sperm, and they will create a baby, right? Not through sexual intercourse, right? But in a laboratory. These kids will be born through a laboratory, yeah? Through being in a laboratory, right? You'll have designer babies. You'll have babies with certain colour eyes, certain colour skin, certain colour hair, certain height, right? There'll be designer babies, right? These kids will be created in an oven, right? In a factory. And sex as we know it will be literally obsolete. Be careful whilst you're out there. Remember to protect yourself, right? At all costs. Necessary precautionary measures that you can, and try and stay safe. This is Eldad Amara, over and out.
Clicked off a lot of credits to create the perfect 20th century apartment.
Well, aren't they very...
Isn't it? John Spartan? There is, of course, a well-known and documented connection between sex and violence. Not so much a causal effect, but a general state of neurological arousal. And after having observed your behavior this evening and my resulting condition, I was wondering if you would like to have sex.
With you?
Mm-hmm.
Here? Now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Great! I'll be right back. Just relax. We'll begin in a few seconds.
Begin what?
Having sex, of course.
didn't even touch her yet.
But I thought you wanted to make love.
Is that what you call this?
First sex has been proven to produce higher orders of alpha waves during digitized transference of sexual energies.
All right, Oxley, what do you say we just do it the old-fashioned way?
Ew, disgusting. You mean fluid transfer?
I mean, boning, the wild mambo, the hunka-chunka.
That is no longer done. The exchange of bodily fluids, do you know what that leads to?
Yeah, I do. Kids, smoking, a desire to raid the fridge.
The rampant exchange of bodily fluids is one of the major reasons for the downfall of society. After AIDS, there was NRS. After NRS, there was UBT. And one of the first things that Dr. Cocteau was able to do was to outlaw and behaviorally engineer all fluid transfer as societally acceptable behavior. Not even mouth transfers, you don't.
Kissing not allowed?
Oh.
They must be kissing.
Oh.
All right, then what about kids?
Procreation?
Yeah.
We go to a lab. Fluids are purified, screened, and transferred by authorized medical personnel only. It is the only legal way. What are you doing?
Breaking the law.
You are a savage creature, John Spartan, and I wish you to leave my domicile now.